Will a dedicated streamer outperform my Apple TV? There's a new question. And it comes to us from Kevin in Wakefield, England. Hi, Paul. I stream all my music from Tidal using my iPhone AirPlay to Apple TV. The ATV sends the signal through an optical cable to my Audio Lab 6000A integrated amplifier. Don't we have great names for stuff? A 6000A. Man, that sounds pretty damned impressive. I don't know what it is, but it sounds impressive. And then on to B&W 685 speakers and an MJ Acoustic Reference 1 subwoofer. Would using a dedicated music streaming device instead of an Apple TV make any difference to sound quality? The B&Ws are a tad bright for my taste, mine too, and I'll be replacing them in the near future. I'd very much value your opinion and love watching the videos you upload. P.S. Can't wait for the book, Kevin. Oh, thanks, Kevin. I think by the time you're seeing this, we will have passed. I'm doing this a bit in the future, in the past from when you're seeing it. I think the book will probably be out. We're launching the book on June 4th. So I don't know when this particular episode airs. But if it's past June 4th, you can go on to Amazon and get a copy of my book, 99% True. Almost a national bestseller. I'm pretty excited about it. And scrambling right now to get as many reviews as I can, people to read it. And anyway, yeah, I think you can do a heck of a lot better than the Apple TV. Now, the Apple TV is an interesting device, very powerful. It's a 64-bit processor. I use Apple TVs exclusively throughout my house. I have, in our guest bedroom, I have a TV. In the main home theater, I have, our home theater, and then upstairs, we, for, just viewing stuff, we don't watch a lot of TV, but what we do, I appreciate good quality video on it. And so I have 3 TVs in the house, of which really only one is in use every other day. The guest room is almost never in use, but all 3 of them I put Apple TVs. I love the menuing system. They're just really sweet. I really like the Apple TV. I am a big fan. They're $150 or something. I mean, it's not that expensive. They're not cheap, but not that expensive. Their 4K video output, their streaming ability is just excellent. Now, Kevin is using them to stream music through Tidal, which I think Tidal's a great service. I think that's a great thing to do. I don't find the Apple TV to have the best audio or digital output signal except through HDMI. Now, I don't think he's using it through HDMI. They do have a separate audio out, and that can be used, but it's fairly jittered. And it's not something I would recommend. I think you can do a lot better. You could do what I do over here, which is we use a Mac Mini. Now that's more expensive than what you have and not quite as convenient. Mac Mini is going to run you $500-600. You find one used. I mean, you don't need a brand new Mac Mini. For a couple $100, you can find a Mac Mini, put Bit Perfect on it, and play Tidal all day long, and you'll have some of the best sound you can possibly imagine. The interface is, you can use an iPad, or you can use any way to communicate with it. You can use the Tidal app. There's, any number of ways you can do that. I think you're going to have better results with a streamer other than the Apple TV. Now, you're going to lose the convenience of the Apple TV, which that's a tough one, because I know how convenient and how cool that is. Now, having said all that, I've never streamed on the more modern versions of the Apple TV. We used to use that years ago, and it was pretty bad. Same with Sonos. Their streaming their digital output is pretty nasty sounding. I mean, it's just not real good. Perhaps, and here's where I'm speaking out of ignorance, so forgive me, because I haven't tried it on the latest version, but perhaps in the latest version, they allow HDMI streaming of the stereo signal in title. And through HDMI, the Apple TV has got pretty darn good sound. It's pretty much just a straight pass-through, and then you have, your decoder. But I don't know if your 6000A integrated amplifier has HDMI input or whether you're using it. I don't think you are, but that might be an option for you. Otherwise, I think you should go for an external streamer. I do. Okay, thanks. Bye.